Hey, what's up? Hey, Brent, can you hear me? Hey, Brent, can you hear me? Hey, Brent, can you hear me? Hold on. Can't hear you. Okay. Hey.
Hi.
All right, yeah, it turns out my audio isn't on here. I think it's coming in loud and clear on the stream too. Cool. Yeah, the reason why having just you on the call is so that I can kind of keep it organized. I think last time it just ends up becoming like a giant like status update rather than
Yeah.
actual pairing session.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I was thinking I was actually going to drive today.
Sounds
How do
good.
you feel about that?
I am good with that.
Cool. All right, so let's see. Let's give a few minutes to let some other people actually try to chime in.
Sounds
Um,
good.
yeah, I learned that yeah, the previous links never work. I can't seem to figure out like the sim link for YouTube so that it always goes to the latest stream.
I think it's a little. Yeah, I think YouTube's a little quirky in a way that Twitch isn't.
Yeah, maybe we'll move it over to Twitch. Uh, Start gaming in the middle of it too.
Discord is viable, would be viable as well,
Discord.
Or actually, I'll need to double check to see if Discord sessions can be recorded.
Hmm.
But in Discord, you can stream your screen to other players.
Cool. Yeah, I'm familiar with Discord. However, I'm trying to make it so it's as accessible as possible.
YouTube is probably the best bet for that overall.
That's what I'm
We'll
thinking.
just navigate the stuff.
Yeah.
1 second.
Hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Okay. Guess you could just go ahead and get started.
All right.
Yeah. Who's in chat right now? Anyone chiming in? Yeah, I'm trying to get a. Oh, yeah. Shelly wants to say hi. Yeah, maybe Discord for the actual audio might actually be a good idea. Or at
Possible
least
at a
like
point.
getting the both of us on, like some people on the call. And then like if we could keep it down to like a minimum of like 3 people, I think I lose control right at 4. So
Yeah, that's usually the threshold
yeah,
for when you have multiple people one session.
right. So Shelly is gonna come in and say hi.
All right.
ID's incorrect. All right. Invite, copy invite link. All right, time to get a drink.
Hi, Brent. Hi, Shin. How are you guys doing?
Doing fine. How are you, Shelly?
Good, good. Just wanted to stop by say hi to you guys. It feels like it's been a while, so I just wanted to
Hey.
get what you guys are up to.
Yeah, hold on. I'll go ahead and start up the stream in just a second. Just giving some time for people to kind of join in.
No problems.
Hey. All right. This refactoring is brought to you, or well, not brought to you, is going to be assisted by Modern Times IPA. All right, cool. No, no, no. Hello. Yeah, I think we could just go ahead and get started. I think at this point it's yeah, we'll eventually get like people that can edit videos. So I kind of want to go through the ways that I kind of approach refactoring. Um, so yeah, like always a good thing to do is always look at the Figma designs too while doing this. Keep one browser at least open for that. Mm,
I'm like a huge noob, but like, what does refactoring mean in like terms
Refactoring.
of a, yeah.
Refactoring takes something that's like something that's like kind of complicated
Hmm.
in nature. So if you can kind of see like what's going on here, there's just a ton of stuff going on, right? So
Hmm.
like it I would assume that this looks very complicated to you, right?
Are you sharing your screen or?
Yeah, so it's on I'm on the YouTube. on the YouTube.
Check that out. Oh, I see it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So as you can see here, it even without the actual just like briefly taking a look at this at this file, it looks it looks complicated. So when we're refactoring something, it's to kind of make it so it flows a little bit easier and makes a little bit more sense when you
Hmm.
actually read it. So like a good way to actually compare it is to look at something like this, right? So if we look at this method, then it looks kind of what the About Us page actually looks like. So this has a header,
Hmm.
and then and then the container is going to be like what like the contents, the body kind of thing, kind of folded up into a certain way. Then you have breadcrumbs, you have a title section, a video section, a marketing section, and then you have like picture marketing cards, getting started card, and the footer. So yeah, it's to kind of illustrate, kind of make the code read in a more easier to understand fashion. So
I
in
see.
theory, once you actually have things out this way, it should be much faster to actually build out additional features or pages that you would want, or sections that you would want to do. Um, so that's what we're going to be doing here. So I want to give like um, a couple of kind of tips that I would actually take in terms
Hmm.
of actually refactoring this, and then we'll do it live too. So it should be kind of fun. Hopefully, just let me know if it's not.
So
Um,
does refactoring go like hand in hand with like the UX design system we're trying to build out and everything then?
to an extent. So if you actually look at this, then it's kind of we start breaking everything down into like little components.
Hmm.
So in theory, any one of these are actually reusable components.
Okay.
So you might just be able to like drop this title section into different places. So that's kind of the goal, is to kind of replicate like the component system that we have in like Figma, and then translate that into like, yeah, into a React component. Mm. All right, so I'm going to get started. Tag creator. All right, so at let's take a look at this. What if the designs have changed much? Tag index. Yeah, who's SF?
I'm guessing Sean Flores.
Oh, yeah, I'm not giving out the Zoom link today just because I need to make sure that I keep like chatter down to about like 3 people at most. I always lose control right at 3 or 4. Then I just can't seem to like keep up with what yeah, I get derailed. Tag generator. Yeah, so here's the good stuff. All right, so I think the way to kind of like organize this is first of all we have like this section right here, right? So it's got like a title section, uh it's got like a brief like survey. Everything's kind of like loaded in. So like a good way to start with this is let's figure out what the section names here are. And this is like a good point to actually like bring in comments. Uh so yeah, I haven't really actually looked at what exactly we want to achieve, but let's see how we can see if we can get this done today. Hopefully. So there's a title section which has Civic Tech Index. tag generator, then a subheader, which says then we have affiliation question. And then let's, instead of having you sit through and watch all this happen, let's I'll go ahead and affiliation question. Then this is going to be organization selector, then repository question. Cool. And there's a little find button. So the reason why I'm doing this is because these are going to be like good like demarcation points for each one of these things. We might actually be able to build out little subcomponents for each one of these. So then after that, I'm really hoping that we don't have to write any reducers. But I don't think we have to. All right, so then we'll have a rendered results. So what's a good way to name this one? So the tag generator, after this is done, you have topic tags that are loaded in. So is everyone able to see the screen?
Affirm.
Yeah. So let's figure out how to name this. I think it's a tag gener result. This would probably just be a component which has affiliated organization. Also, these I'm not sure if Shawley's still on here.
I'm here.
Hey, are you actually sticking around for the entire thing? Got an
I was just
hour and a half
watching.
actually built out. Yeah.
I'll
If
stay as long as I can.
yeah, if Shawley leaves, then I'll let Sean in.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Yeah.
I'm
All right.
just double checking the tag generator page too because it looks like there's additional screens at the bottom. I
Additional
don't
screens at the
know.
bottom.
Yeah, because we had the junior designer build out some more screens, and I think this was approved. I'm not sure if they were still looking through this just to before they passed it
Yeah.
off to you guys.
I mean, it's fine. Ooh, this one actually looks much better. Um,
The one up above was like annotations from like Geo and
yeah.
Emerson.
All right, fair enough. Either way, we'll build out to this, and then we'll probably have to replace some of the chips anyways. So yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, now we have a tag generator result component. This contains, so let's see, this contains affiliated organization, project repository URL. And there's like no design system around these either. So yeah, like it seems like it's kind of all over the place, but it's fine. We'll find that using material anyway. So then topic tag section. And then with that, there's going to be topic chips. Yeah, cool. I think that's good enough to start. So with this, is everyone kind of able to kind of like visualize what this code base might actually start looking like? I'm hoping so.
In a general universal code organization sense, yes. But
Cool.
With my experience level lack thereof in JavaScript, I don't know what the exact components would look
Yeah,
like.
I'm in the same boat as you, Brent. I don't know what I'm doing. Uh, we'll find out together. Let's see. So let's do tag creator. Let's pull this in, move. Let's rename this. Oh, geez. No. Rename. Where's rename? Oh my. Is it enter? No. What's a hotkey for rename? F2. Okay. So the fact that there's multiple sections, I'm kind of guessing that I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of extra sections. So I'm creating a little a tag creator folder directory so that I can start kind of like building out like additional things that might be needed here. So uh, all right. So let's all right. One thing to always do. Unable to find root package JSON. Oh, that's right. So let's just quickly test this, make sure that I haven't broken anything yet. Hmm. What's asking me to open up a shell file? All right, cannot find resolve components footer. All right, so I think there's actually a way to just use the actual, instead of using the relative path, you should just be able to use the absolute. So let's try that. No. Components core orgs.json. Okay, so orgs.json needs to be pulled in here. Components data orgs.json. Also, just imports. Auto rename imports. Yeah, it gave me the option, but I didn't. Kind of like an idiot. Uh, yeah, so now I'm dealing with doing these manually, but we might be able to learn something along the way. I'm hoping that absolute paths are actually works. I hope. I would love for absolute paths to work because I'm not a big fan of doing this all relative. All right, so relative imports outside of source is not supported. You attempted to import components footer, which falls outside of the project source directory. No, it doesn't. It's in source. I just use, all right, so it's a good thing to look up. Uh, absolute path, React components. Hmm. So we have a .env file already, right? So let's try this out. No, it's deprecated. All right. So compiler options, a JS config. Do you have a JS config? We don't. It's quiet. Components with absolute path. Import domain. Ooh. You can simply import like import text input from dot dot in a main test. Why does everyone talk about jest here? It has nothing to do with jest. Oh, all right, yeah. All right, someone give me permission to move on. Should I move on?
Carry on.
All right, I'll move on. We'll use relative imports from now, although it could be pretty cool. So it's going to be dot 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 dot. Is there any way that I can actually proc the auto import again? Copy it again? No. Well, too late. All right. So home. Let's go tag a project. Yes. All right. It all loads. Cool. All right. Allow access. All right. Looking groovy. We're good. So let's see. What are we doing next? Let's work on this title section. So I don't think we can just totally transpose like what we have for title here. But let's see. Header, background, div, container. Okay. So let's build out this section. There's also some material UI stuff that we'll probably want to get into to actually do the styles, but we'll do that afterwards. So does anyone remember how to write a section?
Well, I've got the arrow function.
Mm-hmm.
Syntax, first of all.
Yeah.
Curly open, curly close.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be super basic. Well, open close paras, arrow, open close curlies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so from what I remember, this is the way I would do it. So it's const. Yeah, so
Sean Flores had a quick thing.
okay. All right, so I'm refactoring the header. Should I implement it in Material UI? Yes. Do everything in Material UI. There's a couple of good examples that Kevin actually pushed up that would kind of give a good like primer into handling things with Material UI. Well, if I have time tonight, then I'll go into like how to actually make styled components hooking into Material UI because that's a pretty cool concept. Grid container arrow function has too many lines, really? Okay. So if I pull this outside of our little tag creator scope, then I think we're okay. Title section is assigned a value but never used. That's cool. Indentation. So we'll quick fix this. Control comma. Oh no, that's not it. What was it? Control period. Doesn't work. Control period. No. Control period? What is going on? I gotta do it one line at a time. I'm losing it. Control period. So if you have a better way to do this, please let me know. Because I'm doing one component at a time. And cool. Let's see. Content. Yeah. Alt Shift F. All right. Grid container. So I think this is where we took it. So title section. Cool. Compiled successfully. Now we have this rendering out correctly. Cool. Should we go into doing a little bit of styles? Do you want to start seeing some styles? I'll take a poll right now because we can.
If we do start doing styles, I would definitely be more observing than speaking. So if you
Right.
feel it appropriate to add Sean to the Zoom, that might save you some eye
Yeah.
space going back and forth between your session and YouTube.
Cool. Yeah, Sean, you wanna hop in? Yeah, everyone's being super quiet, and I'm starting to feel a little lonely. So yeah, when's the last time that everyone got a haircut? Or last time you shaved? You shave. All right. Well, all right. I'll get back to it. My being too transparent right now.
My wife cuts my
Yesterday.
hair.
Yeah, like my hair's been getting super long and messy, so I've always been wearing a hat. Uh, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. Const subheader. Wait, we already have the subheader. So so I'll write little to-dos here. So to do use typography component with React MUI styles. So yeah, this is my little to-do comment here. Wait, it's not. I'm using Java comments. There we go. Yo,
Shin, I transmitted the Zoom link to Sean.
cool. Yeah, feel free to join if you want. All right, so subheader, that's already baked in. Title section, we're done. So let's add another section for const affiliation question section equals. Turn So are you affiliated with an organization? So that we'll pull that in right now. That deserves another component section itself. So let's see. So if I pull this out here, let's see what happens. Anyone curious? It's fine. Nothing changes. Good. So are you affiliated with an organization? Yes, grid. Is everyone having fun? Are you all enjoying yourselves here?
Very,
We okay?
very much so.
Yes.
Cool. Good. Glad to hear it. Values not defined. So if I save this, fail to compile because value is not defined, right? So if I pass this here, and then handle change here, maybe a yes. Whoa, it works. How's that? How lucky am I? This is probably gonna break when I actually pull it in though. So this is a big learning opportunity for me. I would not know if I can actually pass constant or functions into these React properties. If you can, that's fucking huge. I love it. So let's see. What did I name it? It was affiliation question section. And then let's give it value equals. How am I going to do this? How is this going to work? Is this going to work? Has anyone tried this before? No? Yes? No?
Don't believe so, but I'm excited to watch the
Oh,
fireworks.
all right. Well, it renders, but one of them works, one of them doesn't. All right. So now that's a good question to ask. So how do I translate this? It's
Destructure the props on the call.
structure the props on the call. Explain.
On your function call, just wrap it in curly braces.
On my
The
function call, wrap it in curly braces.
value and handle, a
All
handle
right.
change.
Isn't that what I just did though? I thought that's what I did. So I have this value and handle changes
No, in the function
in the
where
function.
you define the
All right.
function in the function definition.
Yeah. So here,
Mm-hmm.
value. I have to wrap
No,
this.
in the top
Uh-huh.
where you're calling the parameters.
Oh, these?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wrap those in
Holy
curlies.
shit. Sean, I'm.
Uh, uh, together, not individually.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Give me a beer if this doesn't work. Let's see. Nope. Close. We do have a little bit more behavior though. Kinda.
You're only passing in two props though, and you're
Yeah,
calling
passing it two
other
props.
ones.
I think they need to be pulled in as separate. So value and then handle change. Right? Kind of what I'm thinking. No. Almost. Let's go ahead and get rid of that other section. It might help kind of drill this in. grid container all the way down to so I think it has something to do with the actual value not actually getting rendered out correctly, right? Value. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. All right, I am back. So, Sean, what are we thinking here? Hello, hello. Did everyone want a break? Yeah. Hi, Nandana. How are you doing?
Remember, there's about that. I'd say the lag's about 7-8 seconds at the moment from
7-8
between
seconds.
between Zoom
Ooh.
between Zoom audio and YouTube audio.
7-8 seconds. That's quite a bit. I did put it on low latency mode, so it's gonna be a little. It should be better. I think it just depends on my network fluctuations.
Sean, I see you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Yeah, give me a second, Shin. I'm just trying to fix an error that I have on my app.
All right. All right. Before we move any further, let's let version control do its work. So should be compiling version. Cool. All right. Now debug terminal. Let's open up a second one. Git status. Git add dot. Git commit dash m. Save working. Ooh, let's not do this on main. Git checkout dash branch. Tag creator refactor. git commit -am. So -a means all, -m means message. So let's see, extracts title section on tag creator. And then I have a little, I use this thing called Z-shell, which gives me like little shortcuts. So this stands for get origin push, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's try tackling this. All right, so how are we gonna walk through this? So handle change sets value, but we don't necessarily need this. So is everyone still with me?
Yep, still there.
Charlie, have I bored you to death yet? I have.
No,
Nice.
you're good.
Nailed
Sorry.
it. Any idea, Charlie? What should I do?
Oh, it's like a different language. I don't know what's going
Do it in a
on.
different language? I totally agree. I wish I could. All
I
right,
wish I
so
knew how to like translate this stuff from design work into actual code.
yeah, it's actually quite fun. There's a reason why people do it. So, but so if I'm understanding this logic correctly, once we toggle this radio button, there's an on change event which will take an event, set the value. So can I use useState outside of the scope of? Ooh, that's a good question. Can I use useState outside of the actual function scope? That is my question. Cool. Apparently you can. So then if I do that, I can also, in theory, pull out. I can't pull that out. All right, so we'll const handle change.
Okay, I'm up and running.
Save.
Sorry, where are you at?
Way ahead of you, I think. I don't know. We'll find out.
Kevin has joined us on the YouTube channel,
Yeah.
on the YouTube chat. Hello,
Oh.
Kevin.
Yeah, welcome. Hook calls can only happen inside the body of a function component. This can happen for one of the following reasons. Rules of hooks. All right. So I was wrong. You can't do that. So if we have a use state, so what we're working through right now is we're trying to figure out how we could get this onChange function to actually toggle this button. Might not, yeah, it's a little.
Pass it in as a prop. You could the handle change.
Mhm.
Yeah, take it out of the.
Pass
You
handle
don't need a
change as a
you don't need to
property.
pass in value. Are you calling value somewhere?
Yeah, I am.
Where?
Value
Oh, I see it.
right
Okay.
here.
Okay, got it.
So it's a toggle, and maybe there's a better way to do it. But because this render, like this kind of handles, or like it needs to preserve some level of state, this is the reason why it's there.
Yeah, the handle change. You should. What
Mhm.
happened when you did it the other way with the in the parentheses? You just structured it.
Um,
That's not gonna.
all right, wait. Sorry, what was that?
So what happened when you wrapped the both properties in
It's the same behavior. Is you'll get, yeah. So maybe it's a little distracting to have the previous refactoring up. So let me, or the previous code up, might be causing me to cross wires here. So grid. So what we're doing is we're trying to pass in. So grid container goes this. Jeez. Grid container, padding top, closing grid. Okay. So I have grid container to grid. So if I take this grid, grid. Cool. Yeah, so now the question is, how am I going to get these buttons to toggle? So what we are doing is handle change.
uh is it a true or false?
It's not a true or false. It's just one renders out one piece, one renders out another. So it's being used at this very next line. So it needs to, yeah. So there's a state variable that needs to be passed along, which I believe should be value. Um, so what I would like to do is I would like to pass the function handle change, but I don't need a value necessarily. So let's try this out then. We'll just do onChange. OnChange. Value is undefined. You know what? Value should just be a property then. value, and then, yeah, here. I think this might do it, actually. Maybe. Handle change. Container prop. Input type radio checked option 1 equals yes. Set value option type number 2. Yeah, so how do you propose that we actually put that into I pass that through into a component is my main question. Set value. All right, so it may help if we go back to basics here. So go back to the original. Maybe if we set this as set value equal this, is there going to be a this? Set value dot target dot value. Would that work? Compiles. Target is not defined. All right. So let's see. Target dot value. Does geez, function scope always messes with me here. How do I get the current value of this radio button? Yeah, no, no, no. I'm gonna need a little bit more context as to how we would actually put that in. So you have checked as option 1 equals yes. So let's see what that actually means. So here we have input props checked, set value option 1, yes, option 2. So in here we have kind of like a we want set value to maintain 2 options. Is that correct? So depending on how it gets toggled, you'd want a object, or you would want the click for the radio button 1 to display option 1 as yes. And if you clicked the radio button 2, it would make option 2 yes. Is that kind of what you're kind of hinting at? All right. So we could try that approach. I think we'll probably need to kind of adjust it just to get it working in yeah, just to get it kind of adjusted to like this like material UI buttons. But we could try that. I personally think that I do like Sean's idea about just like treating it as a boolean, but I don't like the idea of using booleans here just because of the fact that it's two options, but it's not a yes or no kind of thing. Uh,
Hey, Shin, I did it. I mean, I just destructured the props and I have it running on locally and it's working fine.
what? Bullshit. Really? Send it.
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to screen share or
If you want, yeah.
I'm not, yeah, I'm not sure if it here. Okay. I'm not sure if it's the exact same thing, but
hmm
I'll screen share. Oh, disabled.
Shall you have we bored you to death yet?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna ask you every 10 minutes.
I'm paying attention.
Huh?
Hey, Brent, can you enable me to share
Here, I
screen,
gotta do
please?
that.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. Oh,
Yeah, Kevin, when are you gonna get you to start streaming out your material UI styles?
so
Cool. Yeah,
is
you got it
this,
working. Yeah. All
yeah, that's it. Okay.
right, so show me what you got.
Okay, hold on.
Sean, you should be running this class. What are you doing?
No way.
No.
Soon enough, soon enough.
Soon enough?
So,
Yeah.
okay, so I got input type, right? This is
hmm
just a component, and then I'm just destructuring it like
Holy shit.
this,
Isn't that what we did though? I could have sworn I did that.
and then I'm just calling it here, input type
Okay.
taxi.
All right, so I see what the difference is though.
I mean, you don't
Is
need this though. You don't
Yeah.
need this.
So
So.
you don't have it within the same method scope. Because like my entire
Oh, not
purpose,
here,
yeah.
not in here. Yeah.
My purpose is to actually pull this out into its own class file. So if you take a look at this, you can see that it's not within the scope of tag creator. So my main question, I don't
Well, you could
exactly
import
know
it.
how to import.
Yeah, you could put it in a separate, its own file and
Mhm.
import it, which is how I did it with contributors. I just put stuff in different files.
Right, but here, so I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. So go
Yeah.
back into your code base, share your
hmm
screen
Okay.
real quick.
Okay. What?
Yeah, so you see that function that you wrote before for handling
This one?
input type? Yeah.
Okay.
Try pulling that outside of the context of tag creator.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Also, why does your font look different than mine? It's a nice theme. I might want to steal that one.
Oh. Uh, where is it? Oh, where is where is it? Oh, I already took it out. Okay. So that should be working then. Radio is not defined. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you need to pull over some Damn, you fly over your IDE. I'm impressed. Wish I can do that.
Grid is not defined.
Grid. So
I'm gonna have to
here,
import all these.
let me just go ahead and give you those imports.
Okay.
Be a little quicker that way. It's grid container, and I think that's it. So here, Sean. Yeah, just go ahead and drop those 2 lines in. I think
Thank you.
that's all you need. Radio. All right. One more. There you go.
Yeah, it works.
It works?
Yeah. Here. Yeah, it does work though.
Holy shit. Are you sure you recompiled?
Yes, it is recompiled.
Recompiled?
Yeah, I'll do.
Damn, why was it not working for me then? Handle change.
See, do you see this?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Damn. It works. Shin is the ish. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and let's try this out then. So export. So we'll create a new file. This is tag creator. What's the name of this? Export const affiliation section handle change value. So that's kind of similar to what you're looking at, right? So then, in theory, I should just be able to take this grid container affiliated question, then enter or F. This is F2 JS. So import from module. This is going to be a so this is going to be to affiliation question section. Cool. Don't need this. Alt F. Oh, no. Alt Shift F. All right, so I got to import React. Did you also import uState on that one?
I did not.
No. All right, so just React. So this is the case, then this in theory should just work. What did you pass as the properties?
Just whatever they were called in the.
All right.
Yeah.
Still not working for me, huh? You know, I'll share your screen one more time. I would like to take a peek as to how you have it like put out on your main return function. All right, so let's go to Tech Creator. How'd you actually use input type in your code in this code, Tech Creator? Input type value will change. Geez, it's exactly the same way I did it too. I think. Do you see any like key differences of the way that I did it? So affiliation question section, there's a value. Leave it up.
The
So
naming,
value.
the name on change and handle change. You're importing the prop, so
Mhm.
it has to be the same. Whatever you named it. I'm not.
Are you serious? It was a fucking typo. It was a fucking
There you go.
typo.
Yeah.
Ah. All right.
It's always the
It's
typos.
always a fucking typo. I was starting to like question like my question like reality and everything. Like, oh geez. Yeah.
Those are the worst bugs when you find them. It's just like 4 hours trying to going through code, trying to figure out why
I
something's
mean,
not working.
that's the only reason why
And you
we do
realize you
this,
left
right?
out an I.
Is I've been using on change as handle change. All right, so
Radio is undefined or is not defined.
jeez.
Oh, never mind. That was fine.
All right, I'm still doing something wrong. All right, so I don't think I've completed all my steps. So handle change, on change, handle change. Okay, so I didn't save this. So handle change, handle change. Cool. A. All right, Sean will be teaching the next class. Um, yeah.
No
Yeah,
way.
also, yeah, Kevin, I see your messages. If you'd be open into like doing like a stream out for material UI styling, I'd be like super open to hosting that. That seems awesome. I'd totally let you if you really wanna if you wanna teach that class. Uh, I'm sure everyone here is actually interested in learning more about that. Is that even Sholly?
I would definitely
Yeah.
be.
I always I always treat you like a
Keep it
sore
coming.
thumb here. Yeah. Cool. So that worked. All right, so we cut out a big chunk of this. Cool. Um, so let's keep crunching away at this. So now we have set org name, organization, orgs, E and V. We need E. All right. Which organization? GitHub input adornment. So let's take this grid. Grid container. Let's try to pull this out. So I'm trying to find like the good break off point here because what we're trying to do is we're trying to do the organization selector right here. So we have const organization selector section equals return organization selector const organization selector section. Love the easy typos to find. So we could remove radio from here. Cool. organization selectors is so it's organization true. Oof, it's kind of a messy state here. Topic search error. So we can take this point to say about this point. So grid, 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 grid. Okay. So it just needs one extra tag around it. Shift F. Set org name is not defined. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Did you fix it yet? All right, so in theory, I think if we do the exact same thing that we were seeing before, we should be able to install that here, right? Hopefully. Okay, so orgs, set org name, enter rel. Yeah, so you know that little design pattern that we had where we just kind of propagated functions directly in as properties? What's like the best way to actually look up what that actually is called? Anyone know?
Not off the top of my head.
Can
Yeah.
you repeat the question? I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah. So you know how like we're passing functions in as properties? How did you look that up and how did you figure that out? Does the question make sense? Like what would you like what was like the Stack Overflow post that you actually looked up and then you figured that one out?
If you're referring to the handle change,
Hmm.
passing in the handle, yeah, it's just um, learning React. You kind of learn that you can pass in functions as properties.
Yeah. How'd you figure that out? Was it just like reading through like React material or was it through
It's
like a
pretty
Stack
common.
Overflow post?
Well, you know, what you can look up is higher order components.
Higher order yeah, great. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Higher order components. Component. All right, so a higher order component is a advanced technique in React for reusing component logic. HOCs are not part of React's API per se. They are a pattern that emerges from React's compositional nature. Concretely, a higher order component is a function that takes a component and returns a new component. Damn. So you take a comment, comment.id, constructor properties, comments. So this manages the state list. Okay. Yeah, so when you want to start dealing with states,
So if you're gonna, that's kind of referring to the older React before hooks, but if you want to pass in, like you can pass in a function as a property that updates the state.
hmm
So when you destructure the use state hook, that second argument you can pretty much pass in to as a property to any function,
hmm
any component that you would like to update that using that function, if
right.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the higher order still kind of comes into play. It's just handled slightly different with hooks. But I mean, for the most part, it does. It's pretty much trying to work with the same thing, if I'm reading this correctly. How do you connect with router enhance component? Damn, I actually need to go in and read through the React docs. I still have not done that yet. Sean, I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you are here. So if I combine higher order functions, React with state hooks with hooks. So now it's a Medium article. All right, well, we can revisit this some other time. But higher order functions is what we're dealing with. All right, so let's see. Set org name. Let's remove this. Grid. It's a grid. Cool. That worked. So Sean, I'm pretty sure you have some ideas on how to handle these cases. You see how I had that function for topic search error, and then the actual list of the rendered results of the topics? Do you have kind of a good way to actually do some flow control for those? So, so I'm kind of thinking that we can actually write like a function to actually return either the error or the topics in an actual component in itself, I think.
Yeah, I usually just do a ternary operator, checking it for something like
Mhm.
if there's a value or if there's a length of something that you're looking for,
All
then
right.
I'll just return the what you want to return, or the other. And you can even return null
Mhm.
if you need to.
Hmm. So you would do this over ternary?
I'm not exactly sure what the behavior is that what's the conditional you're looking for, but
So what'll happen is if topic searcher, so it would probably make a little bit more sense to actually drill down into something that actually throws this. Topic searcher. So it's a catch block that's supposed to return a an error if it can't find something. Handle submit. Geez, I do not remember writing any of this at all. Hmm. Affiliated block. Section. Set topics. So can you use a ternary operator to actually render out in a component itself? I think so. So let's try that approach. So let's get so tag section equals. So we'll take this. And I just want to make sure I'm not moving too fast. Is everyone kind of following on along with like what I'm doing?
Essentially, yes.
Cool. Tag section. Topics to add, set topics. Section. Don't need this. So, hey, Sean, is this the correct use of hooks here? Like, should I actually be should actually be written in such a way where I am actually adding like components into a hook. Does that make sense?
I don't think so.
That's not the proper use of it, right? So we shouldn't be keeping code inside or React components inside of a React hook,
Not unless it's a ref.
right? So
I mean, technically you could, like I said, if you want to just call the ref,
mhm.
and then, but I think there's an easier way.
Mhm. 59.
So, okay, I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to display the topic search error if there is one, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
So there's a
so
catch clause that's supposed to take care of that.
you could render it based on a state. Um, so, h- so I don't know if you want to see in your catch block, you can toggle the state, a arbitrary state. Well, not arbitrary, but some state. And
Mhm.
then when you go to render it on the UI, you can check if there is that state. And if there is that state, then you can render your component, which is the
It's a good idea.
component you want to
So that's
render.
something I'll kind of add as a comment. So topic search error. So this little catch block right here should store the error state. Then the actual, uh, then the component should actually read that hook and render out the correct response, right? It's
Correct.
kind of,
Yeah. And
yeah.
you can just
So
compose a component.
should check for error and yeah. So I would hate for like people to actually like take anything that was written here as example for anything. So yeah, like these were all like just kind of hacked together over like a midnight coding session. Hmm.
Everyone, so I gotta start making dinner here about 7 Pacific time.
Yeah, it's
So
7 o'clock.
I'll see everyone on Thursday's meeting.
Cool.
Thank you, Shin. It's been really helpful.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and push this up. I may make some additional edits further down the line. So I think yeah, it's good. Hopefully we could get Kevin to do a demo on Material UI. That'd be pretty cool for the next session.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
Thanks, Shin.
yeah, thank you.
Was fun.
Yeah. I think we made it about halfway through, so I think that's pretty good progress.
That's good.
All right, well, yeah, thanks for chiming in. Hopefully I can make it a little. Let me know if you have like feedback on making it more exciting. There's supposed to be someone that was supposed to join today, but just actually didn't end up joining. Um, so yeah, if anyone has any ideas onto like what a learning and development stream should look like, please let me know. Also, whoever needs to go, please leave. Uh, yeah, yeah, but yeah, I'd like to. Wait, it's just Shelly here, right?
Uh, Sean's here too.
Sean,
Yeah.
Sean, you still here? Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. Well, here, let me just go ahead and clean up this branch, and then I would like to just like make it as like an open forum for now. Let's see, unused extraction 130. All right. Does anyone diff? So dash am adds affiliated. Cool. It's a good start. We're getting there. We're like halfway there. Cool. Like it.
All right. I gotta take off. Thanks again, Shin, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Take
Let's
care.
bye, Charlie.
Bye. See you later.
See ya.
I'm gonna go look for dinner. But
Mhm.
this was fun. I'll try to join for next week too.
Oh,
But I feel like there's a lot of like these meetings going on outside of like the civic tech stuff because I'm doing the UX stuff now too, and I'm like, I can't keep up.
yeah. I mean, I'd like this to kind of turn into something else too, because I've been doing like a lot of like mentoring for like other groups.
Mhm.
Um, so I was hoping that I can actually make this beyond like Civic Tech Index. However, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. Yeah. Maybe I gotta stop drinking on these streams. Yeah. Well, yeah. It is
Have
what it is. Is anyone else left on the stream? Hello. I guess not. All right. Well, good night. Thanks for chiming in. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Yeah. And whatever the usual streamer stuff is.